doctor work for 9 months, 16 months, 19 months without getting paid?
But you see how much kidnappers are picking from victims.
My goodness, government will I think all the stakeholders will listen. We need get that, and I think we get that. The 3% for the oil producing community is too low.
So the support that is needed, and once you get the support, your airline people will blossom.
This is Nigeria. You need to give people sense of belonging.
Good morning and back at the Salah to all our Muslim brothers and sisters celebrating today. You're welcome to Inside Nigeria, reaching you on Leadership Television. My name is Winifred Webo, and it's my pleasure to be your host on today's program. Fortunately, we don't have a public affairs analyst with us in the studio to review the papers. Nevertheless, we are going to be seeing what some of the papers are saying this day, Monday, May 2nd, 2022. As usual, we are starting off with Nigeria's most influential newspaper, The Leadership, followed by ThisDay, The Punch, NewsDirect, and Daily Independent. These are the papers we have for review this morning. Let's flag up with Leadership. Leadership. Either Fitri, PNB promises final victory against terrorists, enemies of state. Leadership newspaper. Either Fitri, President Muhammadu Buhari promises final victory against terrorists, enemies of state. Can you project Leadership newspaper for our viewers to see? Says terrorists masquerading under name of Islam will meet their Waterloo. Says terrorists masquerading under name of Islam will meet their Waterloo. Either Fitri, PNB promises final victory against terrorists, enemies of state. Says terrorists masquerading under name of Islam will meet their Waterloo. Still on Leadership newspaper, reps hold emergency plenary on proceeds of crime bill, 2 others on Wednesday. Reps hold emergency plenary on proceeds of crime bill, 2 others on Wednesday. And up on the paper underneath the masthead, Leadership, still on Leadership newspaper, up we see on the back page today, that is on the back page of Leadership newspaper, Leadership exploits the rich collection of Leadership founder Sam Ndazaya and share with readers what he might have said today on a topical matter, rotating power. That is on page 48 of Leadership newspaper. On the back page, the paper exploits the rich collection of Leadership's founder, Sam Ndazaya, and share with readers what he might have said today on a topical matter, rotating power. And yesterday was May Day, and the federal government is saying we are tackling issues facing workers. Federal government. We are tackling issues facing workers, federal government. Still on Leadership, let's take some of the stories making the headline. And can you scroll down? Let's see underneath the paper. Yes, Kaduna National Labour Congress, Nigerian Labour Congress mounts 36 workers killed by bandits. Kaduna NLC mounts 36 workers killed by bandits. And on Leadership is a large photograph on the cover, which has the President Trade Union Congress, Comrade Kadiri Olaleye, President NLC, Comrade Ayuba Waba, former Edo State Governor, Comrade Adams Oshomole, Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, Minister of Labor and Employment, Chris Ngege, and others sporting the May Day cake at the Eagle Square in Abuja yesterday. May Day was yesterday, Sunday, May 1st, and it's celebrated worldwide, all over the world to, draw attention to the plight of workers across the world. Now, on the headline story, PNB promises final victory against terrorists, enemies of state. Let's see what part of the story is saying. Let's move over to page 4 of leadership. Yes. As the holy month of Ramadan reaches its end and most Muslims mark the Eid al-Fitr, President Muhammadu Buhari has sent his best wishes to Muslims in Nigeria and across the world celebrating the occasion, saying that there is hope for the nation in overcoming its challenges. In a statement by presidential spokesman Garba Shehu, Buhari said the end is in sight for those hiding under the banner of religion to commit heinous crimes. He said, after a period of fasting and reflection this year, we have cause to welcome the occasion in hope. The battle waged against terrorists who falsely masquerade under the name of sorry, who falsely masquerade under the name of Islam is approaching its conclusion. He said the fight has been long and hard. Final victory is within sight. The president lamented why the government was making progress in cleaning the environment, some evil people were busy polluting and destroying it through illegal oil bunkering. Speaking on the rise in criminal attacks targeting law enforcement agencies and public facilities in the southeast, the president said yes, he said ongoing military operations to rid the region of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network (ESN) elements had in recent weeks led to the overrunning of IPOB ESN bases, the seizure of weapons, and the arrest of a large number of suspects, even as approved the establishment of a naval base in the region. That is some smart snippets of the story. Meanwhile, still on the story, Khan rejoices with Sultan, Muslims urges peace and unity. Still on the headline story. In the spirit of harmony, the leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Khan, has felicitated with Alhaji Said Abubakar III, the Sultan of Sokoto and President General, Nigeria is Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, NSCIA, and the entire Muslim faithful as they celebrate this year's Eid al-Fitr. The Umbrella Christian body in a statement said, we are praying for their repentance, stressed that these pseudo Muslims who are slaughtering fellow human beings and burning down worship and marketplaces in the name of God, who is peace personified. We should all extend the blessings of Ramadan to the way we live with our neighbors. We should seek peace at all times, promote tolerance of people who speak different languages with us, and worship God in different ways. We should respect the laws of the land and exhibit discipline at all times. Our level of patriotism should increase after Ramadan. That is what this just ended holy month signifies, he said. According to him, with the prayers of Nigerian Muslims as well as their Christian brothers and sisters who earlier this month completed the Lent period of fasting, I believe God will decisively intervene in the affairs of our country and save her from all the existential threats. That is part of the story on the headline news on leadership this Monday. Still on newspaper review, we're moving over to ThisDay. Let's see what ThisDay is saying. 2023, ThisDay newspaper. Two groups move to stop PDP convention over power rotation zoning. 2023, two groups move to stop PDP convention over power rotation zoning. Party appeals ruling to show cause why primary should not be suspended. Second agreed group says party can only rotate candidacy, not presidency. 2023, two groups move to stop PDP convention over power rotation zoning. Party appeals ruling to show cause why primary should not be suspended. Second aggrieved group says party can only rotate candidacy, not presidency. Let's move over to, still on this day, to the top stories on the paper this morning. It says Nigeria's stocks market sustains positive momentum, gains 4.5 trillion in 4 months. Nigeria's stock market sustains positive momentum, gains 4.5 trillion naira in 4 months. And still on politics, IIM makes the top story on this day. It says IIM Southeast most important demand is reintegration. IIM Southeast most important demand is reintegration. That is former Senate President Senator Pius IIM. It says agitations will die with Igbo presidency. It says agitations will die with Igbo presidency. Yes, still on this day newspaper. On the right-hand side of the paper, we have pen cap with oil prices above $100 per barrel. Impact on budget will be negligible. Green cap with oil prices above $100 per barrel. Impact on budget will be negligible. So that is all on this day newspaper this Monday. From this day, we are moving over to the next paper we have on our menu, and that is Nigerian News Direct. Nigerian News Direct. It has a potpourri of stories on its cover this Monday, and it says ASU strike. NAS threatens to truncate presidential primaries, political activities in FCT. NAS threatens to truncate presidential primaries, political activities in FCT. As Nigerian Association of Nigerian Students threatens to truncate presidential primaries, political activities in FCT as federal government appeals to striking unions and universities to embrace dialogue. Let's have project that Nigerian News Direct to our viewers to see what the headline stories are this morning. Now, going down up on the paper News Direct, we see some other stories on the cover of the paper. According to Governor Abiodun 2023, I have no personal grudge against anybody. And that story, EFCC arrests 18 suspected internet fraudsters in Lagos. And Amechi says, I'm loyal to President Buhari, APC. These are stories on the headline on the cover of Nigerian News Direct. And down towards the end of the paper, yes, Eid Fitri, IGP orders adequate security, felicitates Muslim faithfuls nationwide. Eid Fitri, IGP orders adequate security, felicitates with Muslim faithfuls nationwide. While Sanwo-Olu, the Lagos State Governor, congratulates Muslims on Eid Fitri. And the paper has some pictures of the Workers' May Day, that is Labor Day, that was celebrated yesterday. From News Direct, we move over to Punch. The Punch. Punch says subsidy deductions hit states hard. Governors owe salaries, workers lament. Subsidy deductions hit states hard. Governors owe salaries, workers lament. Underneath the headline story, we have other potpourri of stories. No FAC remittance from NNPC in first quarter as subsidy gobs 675.93 billion naira, according to reports. No FAC remittance from NNPC in first quarter, subsidy gobs 675.93 billion naira, according to reports. Ganduje owes retirees 25 billion naira gratuities, orders. Ganduje, that is a Kano State governor, owes retirees 25 billion naira gratuities, orders. NLC says Wike owes pensioners. Benue, Ondo, Ekiti, others owe workers salaries, gratuities, pensioners groan. On the Punch are stories and pictures of the Workers' Day that was celebrated yesterday, that is May Day. And underneath the picture, we have another story on labor. Labor demands better deal, salary increase from government on May Day. Labor demands better deal, salary increase from government on May Day. Pension funds now 13.83 trillion naira, 61% invested in bonds orders, according to report. Pension funds now 13.83 trillion naira, 61% invested in bonds orders, according to report. Students accuse Amoteco operatives of extortion, security outfit denies. Students accuse Amoteco operatives of extortion, security outfit denies. Hoodlums attack Muslim worshippers, rob residents. Hoodlums attack Muslim worshippers, rob residents. That is pages 4 and 5 of the Punch. And students accuse Amoteco operative stories on students accusing Amoteco operatives of extortion, security outfit denies is on page 7 of the Punch. Still on Punch newspaper, over 50 companies shut down over forest power crisis, according to investigation. Over 50 companies shut down over forest power crisis. That is page 33 of the Punch. Indian expatriate hangs self in Lagos office. Police begin probe. Indian expatriate hangs self in Lagos office. Police begin probe. Pages 4 and 5 of the paper. Still on the Punch, three-story building collapses in Lagos residence tract. Three-story building collapses in Lagos residence tract. Page 35 of the Punch. Moving up on the Punch news story, let's see what the stories on the buses up above the masthead are saying. Yes. Blackout hits CBN, Army headquarters orders, Disco blames vandals. Blackout hits CBN, Army headquarters orders, Disco blames vandals. That is page 37 of the Punch. Blackout hits CBN, Army headquarters orders as Disco blames vandals. On the bus, we have stories. Osinbajo gets high presidential survey rating. Tinubu's group disagrees. Osinbajo gets high presidential survey rating. Tinubu's group disagrees. Lawan order Northerners to join APC presidential race. Page 2 of the Punch. Lawan, that is the Senate president, ordered Northerners to join APC presidential race. Page 22 of the paper. Ida Fitri, Buhari says end of terrorism near, governors preach peace. Ida Fitri, Buhari says end of terrorism near, governors preach peace. That is page 43 of the Punch. That's all we are taking on the Punch this morning. And for more on the stories, you can get a copy of the paper. The last paper we have for review this morning is Daily Independent. Daily Independent has, of course, the headline story on the economy. It says Nigerians' weaker purchasing power piles more pressure on economy. Nigerians' weaker purchasing power piles more pressure on economy. We also see Workers' Day pictures on the cover of the paper. Let's scroll down, let's see what other stories the paper is leading with this Monday. May Day, Labour gives conditions for 2023 general elections. May Day, Labour gives conditions for 2023 general elections. Says 16 million block votes will go to candidates, parties with bias for workers' welfare. Says 16 million block votes will go to candidates, parties with bias for workers' welfare. Demands free education, healthcare. May Day, Labour gives conditions for 2023 general elections. Says 16 million block votes will go to candidates, parties with bias for workers' welfare, demands free education, healthcare. 2023, Ohaneze decries Northern Elders' position on zoning, and that is on page 7 of Daily Independent. Underneath the story is a story on Cardinal train attack. Serap drags Buhari to ECOWAS court over failure to protect rescue victims. That is on page 6 of Daily Independent. Let's move over to up above the masthead of the paper and see what the stories are all about. Salah, victory over Boko Haram within sight. Buhari. Salah, victory over Boko Haram within sight. Buhari says funding for security won't be a challenge. Strike. Osibajo begs labor leaders to intervene in ASU federal government impasse. Strike. Osinbajo begs labor leaders to intervene in ASU federal government impasse. That is on page 7 of Daily Independent. And for more of the stories, you can get the paper to see what the stories are, the details of the story. Well, viewers, we've come to the end of this paper's review this Monday. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for another edition of the program on the same station, same time. And I want to apologize again for bringing the program a bit behind schedule. It was due to some circumstances beyond our control. Happy celebrations. My name remains Winifred. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.